Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Live pictures tonight from Larchmont Street on Detroit's west side. Detroit police responding right now after a child is shot inside a home.
This is the area we're talking about. Take a look at the map. It's not too far from I-96 and Tireman. Off the top, we now know it is a 4-year-old boy who was shot inside that home. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. I'm Karen Drew, in for Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. We get right out to Mara McDonald live at the scene with what we know right now. Mara.
Hi, Devin. If there's any good news in all of this, it's that 4-year-old boy, per police, is expected to come through this. Let me tell you what we know right now. First of all, take a look. All of this happening in that gray duplex you see over there. Police just briefed us. They tell us that there were multiple young children left there essentially without any adult supervision. You have an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 4-year-old in there. A 17-year-old sibling may have been running around there somewhere, but it's not clear whether they were in the home. Anyway, that 9-year-old knows that his older brother has a gun, and he wants to go see it. Let's let Assistant Chief Charles Fitzgerald pick it up from there.
The boys found the gun up in one of their older brother's bedroom, started playing with the gun, shot the young boy right through his cheek. 4-year-old, talking about a baby, through his cheek into his left shoulder. Thankfully, he's listed in temporary serious condition. You know, you can heal from these kind of scars, but you got the mental wounds as well. That not only the older brother, when I say older, he's still just a child. He's a little boy himself, pulling the trigger, shooting his brother, and then the wounds that the brother's going to have. Gun locks.
Back here live, the assistant chief pointing out that this is the second time that there has been a child shot with an unsecured weapon in the city of Detroit in the last 9 days. October 3rd, you had an 8-year-old who was shot. Now, in this case, the good news is when first responders got out here, the AC says that little 4-year-old was alert. He was talking, and he was, essentially taking what had happened to him relatively in stride. He's at the hospital. They are hoping for a full recovery here. Now, there are a lot of police out here, as you see. They are trying to figure out where this gun comes from because it's not registered to anybody inside this home. We just saw them essentially take 2 older teenagers into custody on unrelated warrants. Asked what that was all about. The AC said that people aren't being particularly forthcoming out here with their names or where this gun came from. So there's a lot that needs to be done out here. And as a reminder, gun locks are free at every Detroit police precinct across the city. We're live on Detroit's west side. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
We had charges filed in that other case that Mara mentioned against an adult in the home. We'll see what happens here. All right, Mara. Other news we're following tonight. She knows it won't bring her beloved daughter back, but at the very least, she gets some closure. The man charged with kidnapping and murdering a Detroit nurse admits he did it in court. As part of a plea deal, Jameer Miller pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the death of Patrice Wilson.
And that plea deal avoids a trial in the case, something her mother did not want to go through. Sean Lay spoke to Patrice's mother today. Sean, what did she tell you?
Well, she told me Patrice Wilson's mother says, of course, she's heartbroken, guys, but she's also relieved after this guilty plea this week. She does not have to go through a long and painful trial, but she also has this message for her daughter's killer.
What did you think when he pled guilty?
He admitted that he was guilty, that he done it.
Rosalind Livingston was there in court this week to hear the words, "I'm guilty," coming from her daughter's ex-boyfriend, Jameer Miller, guilty of hunting Patrice Wilson down and killing her. Miller's guilty plea means no long murder trial.
And I wouldn't have to go to the trial and see my daughter's pictures and her in the trunk of anything.
In the video again?
Yeah, I just didn't want to go. I'm glad that we didn't go to trial.
It happened early May 13th. Cameras capturing Miller wearing a blonde wig, hiding outside the hospital as Wilson was leaving after her shift. She was forced into her SUV, the SUV and her body discovered in Novi. Patrice Wilson was ending her relationship with Miller. Abducting and shooting her were the results. Wilson's mom has this message to Miller.
Just love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't kill. That's all I wanted to say.
Love doesn't hurt, love doesn't kill, the message to Miller here. We put a lot of information, Devin and Karen, about domestic violence and domestic violence resources right here in Detroit and our area. It's on clickondetroit.com. You can find it all right there. In the meantime, Miller, with this plea deal, gets 35 to 60 years in prison. Karen?
Sean, what about other crimes for Miller? Is there any connections in any other cases?
He had a girlfriend who went missing in 2011. Bianca Green is her name. Investigators tell me that is still a wide open investigation, and they are still looking at Miller for something to do with her disappearance. Never been solved.
All right. Thank you, Sean. Sudden expansion of the UAW strike on the Detroit 3 has added some urgency at the bargaining table.
Sure has. It comes after workers walked out of Ford's Kentucky truck plant in Louisville, which is the company's most lucrative plant. The F-250, the Expedition, the Lincoln Navigator, all built there, and 8,700 hourly workers, almost 9,000 now on the picket line. Business editor Rob Maloney live at the Michigan Assembly Plant in Wayne. That, of course, was one of the first strike targets. This came as a surprise to many by the union yesterday, Rod.
Yeah, it did, Devin, and more than that, they said it's grossly irresponsible. That was what their statement said last night. They called it wrong-headed. But then this afternoon, they had a briefing where we heard from some of Ford's management, and they put it on the line. They said the company's future is threatened by the union's demands.
UAW President Shawn Fain's bombast came out last night in a Local 4 News exclusive interview.
You can beat a dog for so long, and that dog's going to turn on you. It's going to bite. And you know, our members have been beaten down for a long time, and they've taken a lot, and they deserve a lot better than what they've been given.
So he ordered the membership at the Louisville, Kentucky truck plant, where they make the Super Duty Ford trucks and the Lincoln Navigator, to stand up and strike, all 8,700 of them, and walk they did. The plant turns out a truck every 37 seconds, and each runs about $60,000, bringing $25 billion in revenue to the company every year. Ford management is blanching at the escalation and Fain's characterization of whipped dogs, saying its contract offer on the table now puts its hourly employees in the top 25% of this country's jobs, not just manufacturing, but the top 25% of all jobs. Ford Blue President Kumar Galhotra today saying in Ford's briefing the company is stretching itself to put the most money possible on the table.
We're open to moving some money around within the deal that might fit the union's needs better. But broadly speaking, from an overall cost of the deal perspective, yes, we're there.
Wayne State University business professor Dr. Merrick Masters summed up the problem Ford and the union are now facing.
There comes a time when you reach the point beyond which you cannot cross anymore. You're not going to give any more concessions because you can't remain a viable operation. They may be getting close to that point.
Well, the company's saying absolutely they are there. The union, of course, does not believe that in any fashion or form. So one of the sticking points, well, we're told that it is the EV battery plants, that concession that General Motors gave up a week ago. Ford is now saying it's too complicated. It's a very difficult legal question, and it's something that they want to work out, but it's very difficult. They're also talking about retirement security and even pensions. They're saying this is what's holding everything up. Back to you.
You know, Rod, both the automakers and the UAW keep cautioning us against just grouping all the automakers together. So where do we stand now with General Motors and Stellantis?
Well, you know, it was, almost a week ago that they were going to strike the SUV plant down in Arlington, Texas. Right. The analysts I've been talking to today believe that they think that they're probably going to escalate this thing into that plant and perhaps another big one at Stellantis tomorrow. Shawn Fain going to be on his Facebook Live at 10 a.m. So we'll be there and watch it.
You'll also see it live on Local 4 Plus. All right, Rod. Karen.
Israel continued striking Hamas targets in Gaza for the sixth day today as more than 2,700 people have been killed on both sides since a Saturday surprise attack. Israel's military is preparing for a ground invasion as Hamas holds 150 people hostage. Ali Velshi is at the Israel-Gaza border for us tonight.
We're about a few kilometers from the Gaza border behind us. It's actually been a quiet hour or so, but typically what you see is rockets going up from Gaza and the Iron Dome intercepting them here. Every now and then you'll hear some thuds. That's probably the missiles hitting Gaza. The air assault and the sea assault on Gaza continues in shifts. Typically the Air Force, we hear the jets above us for a while, then you don't hear the jets and you hear the thuds, you know they're coming from there. Anthony Blinken in the region expressing strong support for Israel, but at the same time making a few other stops to regional leaders to see how everybody can keep this under control. There's a second message going on, and that's with the battle groups, the ships that are pulling up. 2 battle groups, our task forces are pulling up off the Mediterranean. The United Kingdom is sending some too. That's not for this fight in Gaza. That's to warn Lebanon and Syria, really the Iranians and the Russians, not to get involved in this fight. Let this play out the way it does. And how it's going to play out is that there are hundreds of thousands of troops amassing on the border behind me, ready to go in on a ground incursion into Gaza. That is fraught with peril. One of the problems is that there are between 100 and 150 hostages. They're very worried that once they go in, those hostages, the families are worried that once they go in, the lives of those hostages will be imperiled because they may be used as human shields, or the resistance to letting them go will increase. So the families are saying, get our people out first, use negotiation if you have to, but the rest of Israel is really angry and really fearful, and they want that ground incursion to start. For the moment, no ground incursion has started, no ground offensive has started, but lots of missiles flying above us.
Meantime, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is now set to head to Israel tomorrow as Secretary Blinken carries on to Jordan to speak to leaders in the region about how to keep the conflict from spreading. All right, now to the weather. It's all clear for the exact Track 40 radar, but that's not going to change over the next 24 hours.
Too bad, because look at the day we've had. A live look outside. In fact, look at the progress that's going right now pretty quickly. That's the Hudson site, the construction going up right along Woodward. We got peaks of the sun today. Really pretty lovely day.
I felt like it was really nice. Had to wear the sunglasses, so that's always a good sign.
Oh, that's a really good sign.
Right?
Anytime,
Yeah.
Especially this week. We haven't seen a whole lot of sun, but there have been a few breaks here and there, and that has pushed our temperatures close to normal in some spots. 60 at the airport, 60 in Pontiac, Lapeer, Flint, and Howell, 59 in Mount Clemens. It's a little bit warmer, especially north of M59, where temperatures are a good 7 to 8 degrees warmer than they were at this same time yesterday. But that's not going to last, of course. We're going to get a lot of clouds tomorrow, and later on in the day, especially into the evening, we'll see rain develop, and that rain is going to continue through the weekend, heavy at times. Windy and rainy on Saturday. The Freet Marathon is officially on Sunday, but they've got the 5K and the Kid Run, the Fun Run, on Saturday, so there's a lot of activities going on. It's going to be pretty nasty with wind and rain and temperatures only in the 50s. Sunday for the actual marathon, though, things are starting to improve a bit, and I'm going to talk more about timing coming up in the forecast. But temperature trend over the next 7 days, still below normal. In fact, by the beginning of next week, our highs are only in the low 50s. So we're going to talk more about that in just a couple minutes.